Okay, so this is the unboxing of a Reef Octopus Regal 300ext. So opening the box, we have the manual, the parts list, talks about the skimmer, some safety tips, the normal items. There we go. Haven't seen one of these in a while. The actual order with everything goes in. Thank you very much, Reef Octopus. All the parts and everything. Wonderful. So, our hoses, metric size, US size. Looks like our drain, anti-siphon hose, pipe adapters, gate valve, more adapters, elbows, everything else. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, now the parts are removed from the top. Let's see what we have here. Oops, don't want to break it up too much. Lift it out nice and slow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is huge. Yes, it's upside down. Let's walk around the edge and see what we can see. Okay, so right side up now. Wow, wow, wow. And guess what else I got with it? I got the extension for the neck. So it'll be even taller. So visual reference, my hand's about that big. That is about how big it is. There's the pump for it, the DC controllable pump. Okay, well I guess we should get this out of here. Okay, there it sits. That is nice and big. You can kind of see my other one sitting there in the background a little bit. That is a huge difference. Let's put the lid on real quick. Okay, that is huge. That is really big. I think that will go perfect. I just need to find the right height and everything else for it. Do a slow walk around on it, just so you can get a good idea on what it looks like. This is the external. So this will be the external version compared to the normal ones going into a sump. Everyone kept on telling me I needed to get the one that went in the sump, but the way my sump setup is and everything, I wanted one that was definitely external. Yep, those are 5-gallon buckets down below. Just standard Insta-Ocean Reef crystal buckets. So you can definitely see the size. Let's see what the neck extension looks like real quick. We'll see how that is. So there's our neck extension on it. The way it's sitting. Really, really tall. I might just have to rethink how I'm going to build the stand for it. So here's the collection cup. Here's the overflow, so I can stick it in a bucket like my current one is. I haven't researched or looked at it enough to figure out some of the items on it. I mean, granted, it is a skimmer. How much can you really mess up on a skimmer? But I wonder with this one, if it gets too high, if it'll actually cut off the airflow. Which would make sense, which would stop it skimming. That would work pretty good. That lid is just huge. Well, this is my first part. This is just the unboxing. Next I'm going to create another video and actually make it the installation. But I definitely need to make a stand for where I'm going to put it. Thanks for joining me. See you in probably a couple hours after I get everything else set up and running. So here's the collection cup. Here's the overflow so I can stick it in a bucket like my current one is. I haven't researched or looked at it enough to figure out some of the items on it. I mean, granted, it is a skimmer. How much can you really mess up on a skimmer? But I wonder with this one, if it gets too high, if it'll actually cut off the airflow. Which would make sense, which would stop it skimming. That would work pretty good. That lid is just huge. Well, this is my first part. This is just the unboxing. Next I'm going to create another video and actually make it the installation. But I definitely need to make a stand for where I'm going to put it. Thanks for joining me. See you in probably a couple hours after I get everything else set up and running. Okay, so the skimmer is up and running. As you can see here, it's sitting nice and pretty right here on the side. Powering the skimmer is a DC 1200 pump. Currently it's set at its lowest speed. You can see the Reef Octopus DC controller itself is at its maximum speed. It's all piped in and fed. It's about a 2-foot height between the pump and the skimmer itself for loss. Just haven't configured it yet. You can see there's a lot of flow in it right now. You can't really see it nicely, but it is just starting to get a few extra bubbles in the top. So it's actually getting a little bit better than it was. I've tuned it a little bit so it's right at the white line where you can see it at now. Normally it's probably about a quarter down from that white line to the larger white line around the edge. Nothing, of course, in the top because it's still running. It is starting to get a little humidity haze around the inside, which is really good. Good flow, though. Really good. My other skimmer is offline because it was having issues anyway. So right now, it is sitting and running. Kind of hard to see from this view, but the big white pipe right there in the front and the bottom is the Skimmer Return. The rib pipe, not with the yellow on it, but the one right there with the white pipe, is the skimmer feed. Like I said, DC 1200 is down in the, 12,000 is down there in the bottom, sitting there running away inside the sump. Okay, so a quick update on the new Regal 300ext from Reef Octopus. After I got home today, probably about noon or so, I bumped the controller up just a little bit. It's on 4. I had it on 3 earlier today. You can see the bubbles are doing nice. Lots of little fine bubbles. Once we get to the first section, you can see the bubbles are definitely showing what they're supposed to do. We slide up a little bit more. You can see the bubbles looking through there. Definitely has a good amount of skim sitting there. When we come all the way up though, and I crack the lid just a little bit, you can see it's got bubbles all through it. Look around the back edge for a second. It is definitely putting out some skim. Nice and slow skim. Definitely not wet. Nice and slow. It's not runny or anything. So, just an update. Like I said, it's doing pretty good. No issues, no problems with it. So, can't complain. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, it's Wednesday, August 6th. Let's see how the skimmer is doing. Originally turned it on, like I said earlier, on Saturday. So let's take a look. Like I said earlier, the black ring there is the extension ring. The white rings are the actual Regal rings from the skimmer. So you can see there's got a good amount of skim around the edges. Go a little higher though. Purposely not letting it drain into another device or another cup or bowl or anything. Bucket. Just letting it sit there. I want to see how well the skim's actually going to be pulled up. You can see all the way to the top, it's got lots of bubbles in there, steadily pulling. It's doing a good job. Settings are still the same. On the Reef Octopus controller itself, it's on number 4. On the DC 12,000, it's on number 1. The amount of water it's pushing through. Still no leaks. Running pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Still need to tune it probably a little bit more. Push all that skim up just a little bit higher, a little bit quicker. But like I said, for right now, it's doing a good job. Thanks for watching the update. If you got any other questions or anything, just post a comment. Send me a message. Thanks. Bye.